Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here in sunny Bretonia, waiting to see the showdown between the Pidgeon Shaggers of Akitani versus Maldred's Mocassins of Mousillon. I am your host, Vincent Le Sommelier, top 5 BRE carpet walker, and I'm joined on the casting couch today by the big dog of the Brawl himself, Henry. How you doing, Henry?
Good evening. Not too bad, not too bad. How are you doing, Vincent?
Oh, I'm living life large, baby. I'm back in the action, and I can't wait to get into this one. Pidgeon Shaggers have had a little showing on the big screen already, but Maldred's Mocassins, this Mousillon team, it's the first time they're stepping onto the pitch. Let's have a quick little look at the Pidgeon Shaggers. Henry, tell me what you know about this team.
So far, they're all good fighters. They're very defensive, of what I have seen of them. But a very solid team, if that. One of the most experienced as well, I would say.
Absolutely. You have the likes of Lord Armand Akitani leading his troops on the front line occasionally. You got Lucien, absolute demon in the 1v1s, the king of patience. Good luck finding your way past his defences. And of course, Miss Shu, former BRE 1v1 champion, back in the ring now to show off his group fighting skills, and it looks like the server has crashed. Classic BRE production there. Let's have a look at the league while we wait. Henry, first thoughts about the league?
Since last time we both were here, nothing has really changed. You can see Gascons, the Bourse Gascons, there we go, are in 5th place. The Haribots shortly behind with 6th place. Looking forward to what Maldred's Mocassins bring today to see how strong they will be in this season, since we haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, the Maldred's Mocassins are on 1 loss so far, but looking to take it to the Pidgeon Shaggers here, who only have the 1 win. Either result, if Maldred's Mocassins can get a win here, it will put them on equal footing with the Pidgeon Shaggers in the league. One thing I'm interested in, looking at that league quickly before we go back to these teams, Ball Illegal sitting at the top of the leaderboards. 3 wins, 3 games, 9 points, 0 losses. Ball Illegal starting off strong and with a greater rounds won to rounds lost ratio than the Avengers of Lacrimal.
Yes, they have been training a lot. They have been also training with my team together. They have been doing absolutely bits. They are hardly losing any rounds. They're not giving anything for prize. They are just very strong this season. Can't say any less. One of the top 4 contenders, I would say.
Coming back to our 2 teams here, let's have a little talk about this Mousillon team. We haven't seen them on the big screen yet. Any names that stand out to you?
O'Malley, O'Cassin, Goddard, all 3 of them very strong fighters indeed. Sadly, I don't know too many of the Mousillon members, except maybe Gontier and Pepin. But altogether, I would say also a very strong team.
I know a little bit about some. Pepin and Albrecht there, a bit of a dynamic duo. Came up at about the same time and both made it to Graveguard with this new generation of Graveguard, hoping to look to put some of their 2-hand skills to use on the battlefield today. And of course, who can forget the Dragon Slayer himself, Corone, a legend of the Mousillon game. And as you said, highlighting the likes of Goddard there, an absolute demon chopper straight out of hell. Going to be a bit of a menace to deal with on the battlefield today. Akitani really going to have to bring their A game.
That is very true. I'm really looking forward to what we are going to see here. What combinations of weapons we are also going to see.
That's right. We don't have a read on this Mousillon team, so we don't know what sort of weapons they'll be busting out. On the field right now, we see a lot of shields, spears, and one-handers. Whether they'll stick to that, we don't know as the brawls begin. Akitani, on the other hand, warming up Miss Shu with a polearm, perhaps busting that bad boy out. I do love a good polearm. Hard shafts are everything to me. However, I'll move us on quickly. We are joined on the casting couch by today's most handsome referee, Jones de Jurac. Jones, welcome to the casting couch, brother.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
Now, you're a Mousillon man yourself through and through. Can you enlighten us on this Mousillon team?
Yeah, sure thing. Like, we got our famous lords, of course, like our three lords, Maldred the Mousillon, Mocassins, Justas the Gusme, Justas, like, yeah, you can say like he's a second boy, man. He's doing this skill, he's doing good. He's an uprising knight within our ranks right now, and he's one of, I think, hands down, one of the better players within Biri. And then you got Contier, a young rising Graveguard. Like, he will be in Graveguard maybe at some point, but he's doing good if he keeps it up like this.
Fantastic stuff. Well, Jones, I know you'll be excited to get into this one, but what are your predictions going into the round?
Honestly, both teams are pretty strong, right? Like, the Akatani have been training hard, but the same thing has been with Mousillon. The guys, like, it will be interesting. It will be a really balanced fight, I think.
Interesting stuff. Well, Henry, any questions for our referee?
So far not, no.
Well then, I'll have one final question. I'll let you get back into it. Mousillon, a team known for their hijinks. Any chance you're going to have to intercede on some rules-based issues today with Mousillon? And he's gone radio silent because he knows they might cheat. Jones, it's been a pleasure having you on the casting couch. I'll let you get into the brawl now, and we will get started, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we're seeing 200 axes here. That's going to be an interesting combination. And a polearm as well. They're going to be absolutely shield breakers, Akitani.
Adapting to what they're seeing from this Mousillon lineup here. 4 shields. Those 2 bastard axes, like you say, absolutely demonic for smashing up shields. Do see one on Mousillon's team as well there in the back. Whoever's on that squire skin there could be Goddard, looking to break some of these Akitani shields. Both teams have put their R's in, and Jones is doing the countdown to begin round 1 of the Pidgeon Shaggers versus Maldred's Mocassins. Big polearm already breaking a shield there. This polearm taking some back shots on the way out.
A lot of spreading already as well. A lot of people looking for target swappings. A couple of 1v1s going on, but that didn't last long as Akitani directly goes back to the target swappings.
Lucian strikes first here. First blood on the pitch. Lucian takes out Mocassin. Alberic follows quickly. Lucian with a double kill.
Indeed, Misha and Maurice following with 2 kills again. That's going to look strong for Akitani.
Good first showing. A clean 6-0. The Pidgeon Shaggers have the first point on the board. Well, it was a very strong showing from the Pidgeon Shaggers. I think those axes came in big, breaking a lot of these Moussillonian shields, bringing a lot of damage afterwards as well. And that big polearm chopping shields left and right. We'll have to see how the Maldred's Mocassins can adapt, can change, and if they can bring something else. They are missing a member on the team right now, so whether that member will be joining them with perhaps a weapon shake-up.
Looks like another 2-hander.
Looks like another 2-hander indeed. Eustace bringing the 2-hander in, and he is known for it. This man is absolutely lethal with a 2-hander on the battlefield and in the 1v1 situations. So let's see what he can get done with it. Eustace here, taking some early hits there. Not really using that right mouse button as well as he'd quite like. Big overhands though.
He may have gotten used to that shield way too much just there.
You can see though, Eustace, he was carving his way through the lines there, finding back shots, taking them early. Akitani looking a little worse for wear here. Maurice getting some lovely hits in, but a horrible team kill. Goddard gets another one, and Eustace suddenly, Akitani are down numbers.
Yes, it looks like Mousillon is going pigeon hunting because the Pigeon Shaggers are going down quite quickly.
Absolutely, we've got ourselves a 2v1 and a 1v1 situation. The 2v1 doesn't last long as Ferdinand crumbles, and it's just Michoud left with this polearm in the 3 versus 1. He doesn't have a sidearm to swap with, and he is swamped. Gontier gets the kill, and Maldred's Mocassins strike back. The points are dead even this early in the game.
even though that Maldred's Mocassins have been getting kills quickly at the start, they have been struggling and making too many mistakes. That might bite them in their tail afterwards.
Strong showing there, but as you said, a couple of slip-ups nearly cost them elements of advantage in this round. However, that two-hander, Eustace bringing his prize two-hander, was a difference maker, looking much stronger than they were in round one. Maurice here, isolated against this two-handed axe. His shield has taken an absolute chopping and it falls quickly. Maurice now in a 2v1 situation. Can he fight his way out of it? Carone applies the pressure and Maurice falls. Over on the other side of the field though, Akitani have gotten a kill, so the numbers are even.
Butcher killed himself. Now that's bystander. Gontier goes down from the Maldred's Mocassins as well. It looks even for now. Oh no, never mind. Akitani had the upper hand in a 5v3.
Two-man advantage there. Two 2v1s and a 1v1. Goddard doing the best he can, but he falls to a big shaft in the back.
This is going to be interesting indeed. It looks like Akitani is going to get this one.
Yep, they wrap it up clean, build up on that advantage there, and take the win home. 2-1 to the Pigeon Shaggers.
I must admit, from all the teams that are in the first league, I love the name Akitani has chosen.
The Pigeon Shaggers. Very Brit-coded, and I do think there's a couple of Brits in Akitani, much to Lord Armand's shame.
A good thing that he is not around today.
Just a quick message to the chatters in the chat. Unfortunately, you can't send bits right now, as Vincent, the sommelier, has been a very lazy boy and not set up any of that sort of stuff yet. So hold on to your money, and if you feel like you need to donate, there is the Bretonnie Patreon, where we can take money and build an even better mod for everyone to play on. Peppin here in this 2v1 early. These axes absolutely raining hell down onto him.
Indeed, even though they should go for the shields instead of the two-handed people, they are still doing a lot of damage in applying pressure.
Peppin falling early in this game, leaving Akitani with a one-man advantage on the field.
Justin looking for those back shots, how you would like to say.
I do love
Getting
a back shot,
good
Henry.
couple in there. Oh, going strong against that pole arm, preserving the shields if they still have any. They don't.
We're in a 2 versus 2 situation here. On the other side of the field, there were kills going left, right, and centre, and Maurice takes down Carone. It's a 1 versus 2.
Big kick miss, but suddenly, surprisingly, he didn't take any hits there.
Goddard playing like an absolute demon, but it's not enough. Goddard falls despite an incredible display of blocking to miss you. And the Pigeon Shaggers take the advantage in this set. 3 points on the board for them, only 1 for Maldred's Mocassins.
Goddard is definitely a person to look out for in the Maldred's Mocassins team. You can't say otherwise. He's just way too strong and good with blocking.
He is an absolute monster. You saw it there on display for yourselves in the big screen. This Goddard guy, he knows how to block in these 2v1 situations. Switching off the bastard axe now, Goddard picking himself up a two-handed sword, obviously feeling he needs the damage more than the shield breaking capability. And he is carving these Akitani like carving turkey at Christmas, baby. Oh, gnarly thrust from Mocassin.
Big kill. Oh, and a big team kill as well from Goddard onto Gontier.
Right when you glaze him, he lands a team kill. Not what you want to see, but Mocassin mopping up the enemy team, making sure his team live to see another day.
A lot of team hits as well in the background from Maldred's Mocassins. Oh, Cassin just killed another of their own. So far, Maldred's Mocassins have 4 on the field, and 2 of them died by team killings. But they are still going to win this round.
Yeah, this polearm, very useful weapon, not great in an outnumbered situation. As you can see, there's no room for Mishu to fight back, although he can block like an absolute monster. Falls under the pressure, but my god, that Akitani blocking is something to be feared.
At this point, he's just flexing with his reactions. Got to say, 2 beasts, Goddard and Mishu, with the blockings.
Referee, we might have to check Mishu's PC because that blocking was inhuman. Incredible display on the field there. Maldred's Mocassins strike back, a second point on the board for them, clawing back this game. Just a little game update on the side there. Baston versus the Heremolds is starting now. We'll give you more updates to that brawl as it goes on. This one is the one to watch right now. Royaume there getting early back shots on Michu.
They have to get rid of that polearm quickly if they want to keep onto that shields.
The problem with getting rid of that polearm early is it's in Michu's hands and he can block like a demon. Joseph falling early though. Man advantage on the field for Mousillon.
Miranda's doing work on the Maldred's Mocassins there, but they are doing some, but I want to say team hits, but they have just been blocked in time by their team.
Big Alfred fallen, however, Maurice, I believe, getting a kill back for his team. Michu back in this 2v1 situation, and he turns it round and gets a thrust kill. It's even numbers on the pitch.
Indeed, 3v3.
It's a 3v2 for Akatani. Royaume now. This is the moment he's lived for. He has to find a way through here, and he cannot. Falls flat, balls too small. Pidgeon Shaggers get 4 points.
I'll say this is very intense right now. It all depends on who's getting that first kill, who's going to be quicker in that 2v1.
And you have to say, the first kill did in fact go to Mousillon. But a rare situation here where the Pidgeon Shaggers actually fought back from a man disadvantage. I believe it may have been 2-man disadvantage at one point and claimed the win. Michu with that incredible turnaround thrust as the other member left the 2 versus 1 against him. Not something you want to do. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't though, because you're sticking that 2v1 and Michu just keeps blocking anyway. Lucian here with the bastard axe, looking to get some hits, but he's getting chopped by Alberic instead. Embarrassing. Well, that right mouse button may have been unkeybound for this one. Alberic.
This is looking intense. You can't say otherwise.
Alberic getting the chop on the back of Alfred, and Alfred falling early. Lucian falls as well to Eustace Blade as Eustace pulls out a double kill. Joseph fallen, and it is a 6 versus 2. 5 versus 2. Mousillon doing a Baston cosplay and team hitting all the way to the bank. Doesn't stop them though. These undead soldiers have more grit than that. 3 points for Maldred's Mocassins.
Good thing that Mallory's standing on the sides to just resurrect them after each team kill.
Dark magic potentially in play here. Mallory de Mousillon, known caster of spells in Bretonia, and not the good kind.
Indeed. This is going to be one of a match, ladies and gentlemen. Quickly grab a snack, grab a drink, because this is going to be intense.
Might be in for a long one here. Guns here looking for these early back shots. Lands a big one on Michu and a thrust comes through. Michu probably sitting at about half health right now. Probably sitting at about 2/3 health. Or 1/3 health rather. Still managing to find hits. Maurice in a 1v1 against Eustace, I believe.
Oh, Michu goes down, but Goddard does another team kill to Pepin.
Goddard.
But Akatani is fallen.
Goddard taking names, unfortunately taking some of his own team too, but it's not enough to stop this Mousillon team. 4 versus 2 now. Mousillon looking a little bit confused there, trying to organise these 2v1s. Matthias finds a kill on the way out, but it's too little too late as Guntier equalises the score for Maldred's Mocassins. It's 4 apiece. 2 wins stand in between both of these teams and the first set. Mid-game update coming in here. Baston 2, Heremold 0.
On a quick side note, how do you think the Baston versus the Heremos match will go on? Who do you think will win that one?
Well, as a perfectly unbiased commentator here, with no skin in the game whatsoever, I think it'll be a 12-0 for Baston.
Oh, I don't think it will happen to be a 12-0, but I do believe that Baston will win that one as well.
Excellent update there. That might have been a joke on the production's half. What's not a joke is Goddard's chopping skills. Look at that target switching.
It just depends on if it's on Akitani or on their own team, as we just saw. I just called it as well. Let's say misslips happen as Eustace is grinding through all of those Akitanians, hitting every single one of them.
Goddard is a numbers generator, and he doesn't care if the numbers are white or if they're purple in these brawls. Members of both teams fall in here. Got ourselves a 5 versus 4, I believe. Ferdinand stuck in the 2v1. Gets a nice mace hit, gets a second one, gets a third one. Ferdinand putting his team on his back and saying, "Not today, Mousillon." Eustace has other plans, however, as he gets behind him and wraps that fight up. Mousillon, after a slow start, have taken the advantage with 5 points.
The pigeons are falling from the sky, as we can see right here. This is going to be really an intense match. I'm surprised Akitani has not changed anything in their setup. And as I just mentioned it again, we got a 200 sword instead of a 200 axe. But will that make a big difference? That is the question.
Alfred looking to change the game with this two-handed axe. One thing I have to talk about, though, is this polearm, right? It's in Mashu's hand, so it's always going to be doing decent damage. But since Mousillon have switched up their game, how effective has this polearm really proven to be?
Oh, very. In my eyes, very. The shields are falling left and right, and the polearm's doing massive damage on long range.
Interesting. I'll have to keep my eyes out for it. What I've been seeing is this polearm shoved in. Let's see how Mishu does now. Early shield break, as you were saying. Absolute game changer here.
And you can't say anything against the range. It just does too much damage.
It is monstrous, and let me tell you, those thrusts from this polearm, they come out quick. So even in short range, has a bit of damage potential.
Indeed. Even if it's only just like a quick bash to the face and then a quick poke, nobody expects that of a polearm. But that it is still too fresh. Lucian goes down, but so does Carone.
Even trade on the field here. Ferdinand brings down Eustace. Pepin for Alfred. It's still a 4 versus 4. Pepin with a great target switch, getting in a bit of cheeky damage. Ferdinand and Mashu, though, wrapping up kills as Maurice strikes. Pidgeon Shaggers are back in the game, and we are now at the pinnacle of BRE esports right here. 5 and 5 are the scores. The next match winner wins set 1.
Exactly. I believe Armand de Akitani has joined the team and is standing on the sides, giving them a morale boost for them to win that 5th round of theirs. Let's see who's going to get that 6th round. Who's your money on?
I mean, it's hard to say. My money, though, is that Eustace de Grismarie is going to rise to the occasion and absolutely chop this round. I think round 6, or rather, round 11, goes to Mousillon.
I will put my money on the line and say Akitani will win this round, and I bet at least either Goddard or Eustace is going to make at least 1 team kill, because why not?
Eustace here hasn't been living up to my expectations and been rather boxed in. Is getting some damage off now, but in a 2v1, not where he wants to be. Is it Ferdinand with this mace? Really doing a good damage, and Alfred takes down Eustace. It might be all over for this Mousillon team. Alfred here with the two-handed.
Very close. Alfred going down 45. Apologies, 5v4. No, now it's a 4v4. There we go.
Alberic really putting in work here, getting a good couple of kills. Maurice holding that attack. Is caught out by it, though. Ferdinand takes out Goddard. That's a big kill for this Akitani team. Gontier falls in the 2v1, and it is a 2 versus 4. Mousillon have to provide something special. Alberic gets a 3rd. Triple kill, the only killer for his team, I believe, but not quite enough, as the Pidgeon Shaggers take the 6th round and win set 1.
I will send you my PayPal link. I will take that money with ease.
Yeah. Okay. Bit of a caster curse there. 6 points for the Pidgeon Shaggers means they take set 1. In our mid-game update, 6 points for Baston means that they take set 1 in their game too. How about we say it's even Stevens if Baston 12-0 the Heremalt? That way I don't have to send over any money.
That is fair. That is fair. I can't say anything against that. And it looks like Armand the Akitani is going to join the team.
Oh, big Armand stepping onto the field. Now, many people may have seen Armand late at night dueling, training, losing to random peasants and man-at-arms from every duchy. However, with every loss, like a Saiyan, ladies and gentlemen, Armand gets a little bit stronger. He's hoping to unleash his real power on the Brawl pitch today.
Indeed, let's see how well he will fare against the massive team of Mousillon there. If he will go down with these, or if his training paid off and will be an absolute deal breaker, tiebreaker.
Round 1, set 2 starting now. Armand finding these shots.
Indeed, he took a couple of shots, 3 shots now. He should be probably at about half health. Oh, he's focusing too much on one person right there.
Does provide a kill for his team though. Eustace picked off early. Goddard strikes back on the other side. It's a 5v5 situation and Armand might be in danger here. Interrupts that thrust though. The Falcon of Akitani lands a nasty thrust of his own.
Indeed, I can already hear the French curses going on in their channel there as he gets another kill in. 3v3.
It's a 3v2! Armand's carrying this team! 2v2 now. Michu and Armand versus Mousillon. I'm not quite sure who the Mousillon members are yet. Gontier with this big two-hander and old Corone looking to make a name for himself here. Corone doing a good job getting a nice hit on Michu. Can't block that one and Armand can't block anything.
Oh, Michu against Gontier, I believe it is. It is indeed who's going to win this one. Both of them beasts in blocking.
Michu, though,
and I believe we have to see some picks here. Otherwise, we would just sit here for another half an hour.
Might be buckling in for a long one. Michu, though, at a disadvantage. This polearm really not ideal in these close quarter situations. You can see Michu doing a lot of S-key in here, making space and finding it with that hook and the stab. Michu wins the round for his team. Woo! Holy shit, Henry.
That was very intense. I can't say otherwise. That was first-class fighting right there.
Bit of a banger on display for both teams. Gontier really had the advantage with that two-hander, but was just pressed out by Michu's stalwart blocking.
I just lean back into my seat. I'm going to make myself comfortable because this is going to be an interesting match to see.
Round 2 underway here. Mousillon maybe under a little bit of pressure after losing round 1 and set 1. Looking to strike back hard here.
Indeed, but Armand got subbed off again. Surprisingly, even though he carried his team so well just that round.
Armand clearly wanting to give Mousillon a chance in this game. Can't unleash his full potential. Corone, however, is unleashing his, taking out Alfred for the first kill in this round. Goddard strikes.
Indeed, the Pigeons are falling once again.
Without their lord's leadership, this rabble was left to rout, sorry. And Maldred's Mocassins fight their way back into the game.
Absolutely squashed them as well. 6 kills and 0 deaths.
That
Very
is,
interesting.
in the words of yourself, Henry, an absolute squash.
I already can tell we got our phrases now. You got the back shots and I got the squashing.
We'll bring them to the Brawl live every event day. Let's see who does the squashing in round 3, however.
Indeed. Do you think Mallory will go into their team as being the leader of Mousillon?
Possibly. I guess it's how comfortable she feels. Her team are doing an admirable job, but they are down a set. Maybe Mallory's expertise are what's needed here. Michu getting 2 shield breaks early.
Oh, look at that blocking again from Mishu, holding off a 2v1 Vivies. As he's looking for other people to give a back shot to. He does so, breaks the shield, gets another hit on.
Big kick as well from Mishu in the backfield, takes down Corone. Gontier receiving a kick of his own from Ferdinand for good measure. Ferdinand, though, forgetting to right-click behind him. Numbers on the board, however, have a two-man advantage. Still, for Mousillon.
It's a 4v3 now for Mousillon.
Suddenly a 3v2.
Men are going down left and right here.
Pep in here, swinging these attacks out wildly. Gontier takes down Marie, and this little Ferdinand the Chronicler. While a goat on the page is not quite the goat on the field just yet, falls to Mousillon, and Mousillon take the lead in set 2. One thing I wanted to talk about, you mentioned kicks earlier. We didn't see many kicks throughout the previous rounds. Last round we did see a couple coming out. Is there space for both of these teams to be kicking more?
I believe so indeed. They're starting to get the movement in from the enemy team, seeing how they move. Some of Akitani, what I've seen, they're pushing Mousillon into corners. They can easily get some free kicks in there. Or even bashing, one of them bashing and the other one is just hitting them the whole time if they don't have a shield. It's going to be interesting. In the mid-game update, Baston 3-0 in the second set. So far, Hermos are looking terrible.
Looking like I might earn my money back on my misplaced Mousillon bet. Been, however, here early. Missing the kick. Add that one to the missed kick counter.
I believe the production team still has to get that missed kick counter in the top left corner here. We'll do that for the next brawl, hopefully.
I don't want to put more things on my poor production manager as Eustace finds a way to block several attacks in a 2v1, getting his hits off. Alberic, the Scrivener. Oh, Eustace, that's one for the history books, my friend. Not one he wants to remember as well. Makes up for it by getting some kills on the way out, baby.
Indeed. Alfred getting one down, but has no chance against 5 people coming after him.
Now, many people have called Alfred the BRE GOAT of hoops. However, he can't slam dunk his way out of that situation. Mousillon get another point. Pidgeon Shaggers starting to shake now.
Are we going to see another Falcon Lord on the field to boost the morale, or is he going to let the men do their work? We shall see right now.
I think we'll know if the Aura Flame is lifted, however. The Akitani are in dire straits.
As I've just been informed, we're having a missed kick counter coming next stream.
Damn. Tune in on Tuesday.
That was supposed to be a joke, but big up to Tybot, our producer. If we can get W's for Tybot in the chat.
Tibble, dude. The GOAT of production. Alfred now with this two-hander, hoping to bring a bit of momentum back to Akitani, taking a big thrust in the back. Alfred role-playing my Saturday nights. Corone now chopping his way through the enemy team. Alfred getting a tiny little back shot, followed by another, and he falls quickly. Mishu now in this dangerous 2v1.
But then again, it is Mishu. He will hold them as long as he can, but it's going to be a while. Getting 2 hits in, though, from the side.
And his movement is just sublime. Over on the other side of the pitch, however, Akitani getting 3 kills in a row. It's suddenly a 3v2 on this side. Mousillon, a team kill!
Oh, that's going to hurt Akitani as Mishu just forwards, and now it is a 4v2.
Mishu doing everything he could to buy his team space. Did in fact buy them a numbers advantage for a moment, but it falls to a team kill, and Akitani fall right after. Maldred's Mocassins, 4 points. The Pidgeon Shaggers starting to get nervous now. Big arm man there watching over his team.
As he is not impressed with his men. Are we going to see some changes on Akitani's side? Of course not. They are stubborn as hell and they are sticking with their one axe, 1 2-handed, 3 swords, 3 shields, there we go, and a polearm. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, I am tired, it is late, but that does not matter since this match is going to be interesting, coming up as it looks like into a third set.
Eustace starting off strong, wailing on this shield here. Big kick for Eustace! Can't capitalise on it, but at least he didn't miss one live on screen. Eustace triple fainting, but that Akitani man not falling for it. Big Mishu getting hits with this pole on, but takes a thrust in the back. Not a place you want to thrust, if anything.
Here's where fights are going. Oh, there we go. Okay, got our folds. Akitani is getting reinforcements. Musino has to be quick to get some kills in, as it did one on Ferdinand as well. Gontier goes down. This is back to a 3v3. This is going to be interesting.
3v3 indeed. Akitani really need to find a victory here too, in order to keep their hopes of this set alive. And Maurice finds Eustace. Lucian falls. Corone falls straight after. I think I said all of those names wrong, but it doesn't matter because our mid-game update is in. Baston have 12 and owed the Heramalts. And so my money stays firmly in my pocket today.
I guess my pocket will be empty for another week until the next stream is going to come. But it is what it is.
It is what it is indeed. Now, one thing I have to say about Akitani, I mean, the reluctance to change has proven well. They did get a point. Our man's stepping on the field now. But I have to ask, they have a super sub with the name of Hoel, who we haven't yet seen on the pitch. Is there room for Hoel in this matchup, especially down so many points here?
It depends on what he specializes in. If he specializes in the sword and shield, it is hard. It is hard to say. Because the men they have right now in the field on the stream are pretty good. You can't deny that. Oh, and Armand and Alpha goes down. Ferdinand as well, and got out on Mussolio. This is looking for the Pigeons.
Pretty good, but not good enough as the Pigeon Shaggers here reduce the Mishu once again. Now he can block all he wants, but he can't block 4 thrusts at once. Mishu falls. Maldred's Mocassins now 1 point away from tying this game up neatly in sets. Big message from the chat here. Francis, also known as Francis, former Mousillon legend and Graveguard extraordinaire, has announced that if Mousillon wins, he will be adopting somebody. Big news in the chat. Make sure to put your adoption certificates in early if you want a chance of being adopted by former Mousillon legend Francis. Let's see here. We are starting off what could be the final round in this set as Mousillon are on match point. And Mishu doesn't like the sound of that. Strikes early. Corone falls.
Indeed. Perfect player swapping as well. Finding targets with ease. Big miss kick there from the Akitani side. Where is this going?
Mishu team kill on the Maurice though, and a Ferdinand missed kick. Good effort, however.
Akitani looking strong right now. 4v2 for them.
Ooh, not the kick you needed in that situation, Goddard.
But you gotta admit, Armand's movement there really screwed over Goddard there as he falls. So does Eustache, and the Pigeon Shaggers get another round.
Pigeon Shaggers hanging on to dear life here. Three rounds for them, and they win the whole set. They win? Wow. It's late, it's Sunday, I can't talk either. They win the entire set and the game if they get 3 uninterrupted victories in a row. Maldred's Mocassins here, on the edge of victory. Yet that edge is being dragged away from them.
As we go back into the match point for the Maldred's Mocassins, will they take this opportunity and finally get their first set in? Or will Akitani have another say, saying, I want to have this as a 2-0?
Mishu taking an early chop to the head. Doing the best he can. Finds a big hit.
That is very true, but he's holding off that 2-hander. very well. On the other side, still on the 3v3, a lot of target swapping there.
Absolute
Big
gangbang.
hit onto Armand. Oh,
And
the
Armand
Shaggers are falling left and right.
Armand takes a long, hard shaft in the face in the middle of that gangbang. Big rotation. Eustace team killing Corone, though, and suddenly it's a 3v3. Eustace may have doomed his team to defeat here. Lucian, you're unlikely to see him beaten in the 1v1 right now. Frontier, though, finds Maurice and takes his name. Ferdinand team killed by Lucian. And it's still a 1v1. Team kills on both teams. Lucian,
I've never seen so many team kills in one Brawl match.
you haven't watched Baston. Lucian versus Gontier here. Now, my money is on Lucian in any 1v1 situation, but Gontier, we don't know him well. But he has something to prove, and he proves it right there! Gontier takes down Lucian and wins the set for the Maldred's Mocassins. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to set 3. Woo! Never
For the last set, the first game we are going to see in the third set, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
It absolutely is. This is a world premiere, ladies and gentlemen. The first set 3 streamed live on the broadcast, baby. And what a banger it is becoming. The two teams have swapped sides now. Once again, there's Big Bad Bobo himself. Would have loved to cast this game if he wasn't absolutely fucking the Heramalts in their own brawl.
Maybe he should rename his team into Bush Shaggers. But who knows? We'll have to see on the option he wants to have there.
Might be some technical issues here as the brawl is yet to start. Couple of people taking a piss break, and I totally understand that too. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, if you need a piss break, head on over. And speak of the devil and he does appear, while we take a piss break, we are joined in the casting couch studio by Bohemond de Baston, winner of his match against the Heramalts. Bobo, how we feeling?
Well, it was... we knew we were gonna win, to be honest. We've been practicing a lot, and no disrespect to the Heramalts, but, you know, we used to be champs back in the days. It's pretty normal.
You were champions indeed. Tell us, how did the set go? Now, I have it on good authority that Mounted Sergeant Valmont from Baston was thinking about busting out the bow against the Heramalts. Did we get any bow action today?
We did get some. We did get some, but we actually played on a different map. We played on the very old arena map. I don't know if you guys remember that one. The one Mallory and Theodoric had their duel.
Oh yes, the sandy one.
Yeah, the sandy one. So it was kind of hard to actually use the bow in such a tiny space, but our Black Paddy managed to do it with brio, as we say in French.
Okay, remember, Bohemond, we are on Twitch, so please take care with some of the things you might say. Moving forward, Bohemond, you've got a victory, first victory in the league, puts you in about 5th, 6th place, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling you're going to climb this league table as the brawls go on?
Well, so far we actually lost one, but I think it's an acceptable loss. As I said after the match, we allow ourselves to lose against the former champions. Like, it's not like a bad thing. It's okay. So far, yeah, we've got one win, we've got one victory. We're fighting Paravon, I think, on Tuesday or Friday. So, we can confidently say it's going to be another win. And then we're fighting Gascony, the second team of Gascony on Sunday. So, that's going to be 3 wins in 1 week. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident.
Well, I hope for the best for you. However, Bohemond, this round has started back up again, and it is proven to be a feisty one. So we're gonna have to say farewell as we head back to the main stage here. Pidgeon Shaggers striking early and striking hard in set 1. One thing I've noticed, Mishu has abandoned the polearm, instead favouring the two-handed spear. Bit of a switch up, and it's proven damaging early on in this set 3.
Indeed. Also added alongside it two two-handed axes on that side and one mace instead of a sword. Going to be very interesting as well as Amand joins in once again.
Alfred is loving this two-handed axe. Alberic.
Oh, he is indeed.
Alberic here.
And the
go ahead. Sorry, no. Please don't let me interrupt you, my friend.
And Musilion here swapped from the 3 two-handers to the 2 two-handers and 4 shields. How that's going to play along, we'll find out right now.
Well, it's not looking good for Alberic early, as those shields fall quickly to this bastard axe. Gontier here, also shieldless, fighting for his life, gets a nice hit on Armband, but is it enough? Finds himself in a 2v1, gets a tag as well on Alfred. Alfred maybe looking a little bit washed. Nice feint, but still caught up on. However, his team are putting him on their backs right now. Striking hard against Musion.
Perhaps the morale has risen as two-handed axes are in the game and Mishu with a spear. We all know Mishu has played with the spear all along before the polearms have been released, so he is a menace with that.
An old, stable classic of Mishu's. Maldred's Mocassins on 0 here in set 3. Pidgeon Shaggers on 2. We have to see some adaptation now from this Musion team. They're bringing the shields, but it's not working out for them. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Goddard taking the polearm for himself.
Indeed. Even though as Akitani is squashing Musilon right now, as we have seen in the second set, they have made a comeback. Everything is still on. This is going to still be a close matchup. And I'm looking forward to how this is going to end.
Absolutely. All still to play for here, and Musion need to find a way to play it quick. Let's see. Finding a bit of a line formation here, and the fight splitting up into 2 3 versus 3s. Let's see how this switches up. Good target swapping here. Alfred finds himself in a gangbang, but Lucian finds a way to kill Tepe. Gontier bringing his team to success here on the left-hand side of this battle. 3 versus 2. Eustace can't handle the pressure, however, and falls.
Maurice killed Armand. That is a betrayal if I've ever seen one. And Goddard getting some good hits onto Maurice. This is looking very even right now. It's a 4v4. 4v3. Oh, Jesus Christ. Everybody's
2v2.
falling apart. 2v2 now.
Maurice here. No one has a shield, but there's a two-handed axe on the side of Akitani, and it strikes hard. 2 versus 1 situation. Goddard, he's good in these, but he's not doing great right now. Oh, has his attack interrupted. He's thrust against the wall. Nice job getting himself away from that wall. But can he do anything more? Good thrust away, trying to turn this round into a 1v1 as best he can. Oh!
Ooh, marvellous hit right there. But he's still blocking like an absolute legend as he just falls, and I've jinxed it, didn't I? What a marvellous last stand of Goddard right there. And it's 3-0 for the Pidgeon Shaggers.
A classic casting curse the Pidgeon Shaggers. Sorry, I'm thinking of Perch.
I believe we both need a coffee, my friend.
It's Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Classic casting curse there. Pidgeon Shaggers take 3 and Goddard does his best, but his best is not good enough. Still fantastic displays of combat here today in the BRE Brawl. 1 bastard axe for Musion, 1 two-hander, and 1 polearm. Over on this Akitani side, they're switching still with the two-handed spear. I believe a bastard axe over there as well. And of course Armand with his fabled sword and board. Yeah, 1 bastard axe, 2 bastard axe for the Pidgeon Shaggers.
They definitely don't like shields in this brawl match. You can tell that already.
Well, I can see why. These shields are good at absorbing damage, but if you can chop them down quickly, you're left with a man with a single one-hander, and the damage output of one one-hander is just not the same. I say that as our man takes a big stab to the back. You see the fight really looking like a bit of a circle here. 2 versus 1 for Corone. He has to do his best here. Fortunately, that spear's switched off him. Not so fortunate for that two-handed axe over there.
Oh, beautiful kick to by Mocassin as he's holding that 2v1 like a champ. Big team hit from, I don't know who that 200 axe is. It might be Alfred, it might be another guy. As Goddard gets another team kill.
Goddard on fire, but for all the wrong reasons. Taking out teammates left, right, and centre. Pepin takes out Armand, however. And we have ourselves a 4 versus 3 for Akatani. Eustace needs to do some big damage, and he does! Maurice falls. Eustace pressuring Michoud now. That spear absolutely deadly in his hands. However, the quicker you push him in, the more damage you can...
Oh, another team kill. And another one. What is happening here? It's a 2v2 and a 2v1. Goddard again back in a 1v2.
Ooh, lovely little turn and burn for Goddard.
Oh, and Michoud still gets him from behind. As you would say, a back shot has been delivered onto... I forgot his name already. Goddard, thank you.
Big back shot and big team hits from both teams this round. Could have been something magical, but Goddard taking out his pent-up rage on his teammates. Absolute masterclass of self-destruction there from the Maldred's Mocassins on the field. Hopefully they can pull it together, as right now they are at 2 round losses. Secures them a defeat in this set. They need clean 6 from here on out. Otherwise they are very much in the danger zone. Round 5 begin and Pidgeon Shaggers with all the momentum. This switch up onto the spear has been absolutely cataclysmic for their impact. Ferdinand with a kick interrupted. Lucian killing Corone early. Disaster for Maldred's Mocassins. Not what you want to see when you're 4 points down in a brawl match.
As long as they don't do any more team kills or team hits right now, they're going to do some good work. Oh, Pepin forwards, as does Maurice.
Still
big
massive
kill on Maurice
player
there.
advantage for the Pidgeon Shaggers of Akatani here. Alfred takes a big back shot from Goddard, though. I mean, delivers one to Goddard. My apologies.
And the Shaggers completely destroyed the Mocassins right there.
Absolutely.
I should have said that differently right there. I apologize. The Pigeons have stabbed Mocassins in the back. That's a little better there.
Bit of a shot, a bit of a squash, right, really, from the Shaggers. Wow, I really can't speak today. We've yet to go into a 3rd round, and my brain is soup. Bit of a squash from the Pidgeon Shaggers. Maldred's Mocassins on the point of no return here. They need a clean 6-0 from here on out. 1 defeat sends them down with their team. It's all or nothing now, Henry, from the Maldred's Mocassins. And Mallory the Mousillon has stepped onto the table, baby! Can she carry her devious, devilish team to victory through the power of dark magic and maybe a bit of blood sucking along the way?
The question is, will she resurrect her own team kills on the field? Who knows? We'll see right now. As the round starts. This might be the last round, so get set, ladies and gentlemen.
This kick from Mallory takes 2 stabs and finds herself in a 2v1. Really needs to step it up. Loses the shield early. Disaster for Mallory. Finds a nice stab there, though.
Not like the shield did a lot for her, but she's taking hits left and right now.
Lucian
I think
takes
the lads didn't see a woman in quite a while, as it seems, as they are just going from Mallory left and right.
Yeah.
As Pepin falls in the background by Lucian.
Mallory falls to Joseph. Disaster for Mousillon and an absolute masterclass. Oh!
Big shield bash onto a man from Joseph there, but the Pidgeon Shaggers have been victorious in that last set. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. What a match.
nail-biting sets there, ending in a one-sided squash for the Pidgeon Shaggers. 6-0, takes them to set 2, and takes them to victory, baby. Maldred's Mocassins must be feeling pretty disappointed after how close the other sets had been. Nice synchronized bow, however. Akatani now forming the tunnel of victory. Or rather, the tunnel of shame, as Mallory is forced to walk it first. What a game, Henry. Oh my goodness.
What a glorious matchup we have just seen. And Akitani right in our faces as they look on to prepare for the bow. There it is. As Amand just ignores the bow in total.
Big GG's in the chat as the teams now celebrate with a couple of fights. However, we have Jones de Girac, referee of today's brawl, back in the casting couch. Jones, what do you think about that match?
Like I said, in this awesome match, was pretty balanced. Like the first 2 sets were really balanced. Goes like different ways, and the guys did good. They can be proud of themselves.
Absolutely. We are joined now by Eustace de Grismarie, captain of Maldred's Mocassins. Eustace, how are you feeling after that disastrous loss in set 3?
You know what? I'm not too mad. We could have done better, but I'm happy with my team's performance in set 1 and set 2. I couldn't be more prouder right now. Yeah, we let things go at the end, but things happen.
Absolute nail-biter for those first 2 sets. Really could have gone either way in any of the rounds. Is there anything that you feel worked out especially well for your team?
I think it was just the way we were playing. We played together. We were communicating. You know, it was meant to be, really. The way we were playing was just phenomenal.
It was truly the misdirection, the communication, the target switching, all on point. However, I do have to ask you about one little thing, Eustace.
Of course.
We saw a couple of gnarly team hits and team kills coming out of the Mousillon team today. Godard Levif, chief among the perpetrators. Anything you have to say about these sorts of miscommunication issues?
Well, Godard, as good as he can be, you know, he's on 90 ping. He's played 30 seconds in the past, so we got to give it a rest there.
Fair enough. Godard getting away with the ping excuse. Henry, any questions for our commiserated loser today?
How come? Yes, I do indeed. How come you have not really changed any big plans on your side after losing, well, hard in the third set? Apologies if that sounded harsh.
Really, the thing that threw us off most, let's just say in that 2-minute rest we had, Crone started playing Clash Royale. Head went straight out of the game, wasn't in it anymore. And then Mystery brought out the spear. That spear was the end of us, really. From there, the head loss was real and it went downhill.
That is fair.
A 2-prong attack there. One from outside with Michu's spear, and one from inside with Corone's Clash of Clans live on the mic. I can only imagine how absolutely tilting that would have been to listen to. Well, Eustace, it's been a pleasure having you here with us on the casting couch. However, I'm sure you have to get back to your team to re-strategize about the brawls to come. So I will say goodbye to you for now. Good luck in your future brawls.
Thank you, and see you later.
Ciao, ciao.
See you later, Eustace.
And now, one of the victors of today's brawl, Michu, is joining us live on the casting couch, and he is sitting in the very wet part of it. Michu, how are you feeling after today's victory?
Man, I'm so tired, honestly. My belly's hurting from the tension.
Henry, any questions for our victor today?
Indeed. How happy are you with your team, with the result that happened here today, even reaching the third set?
I mean, honestly, it was a crazy comeback. We won at the first, but later on, right? And I don't know, man. I saw some great clutches from other people, like Lucian, Maurice, Armand did one great one. And I don't know, like everybody was doing a good job, I think.
That is very true. And there's also another big question a lot of people have been talking about in the chat. Do we have to monitor your PC so you're not using any auto blocking? Because you have been an absolute menace blocking hits left and right.
It might be a good idea, yeah.
Referees, check this man's PC quick.
And don't check all the files, please.
Avoid the ones named. You know what? I can't say it live on stream. Moving on.
Yes, I just wanted to say.
I just want to say, Mitchell, like, stop the auto blocking. I've checked everything. I think you're cheating, man.
Whoa!
I think you have to.
We've got
Big
a rogue
accusations there.
referee in the studio here. Security, get that guy out of here quick before he makes any more false claims live on the broadcast. Mishu, I do have a question. Last season, your Akitani team was in the demotion bracket, having to fight for your life to stay in the Royal Brawl. What's changed in the few months since the end of Season 4 and the beginning of Season 5, where you are striking hard and getting wins on the board?
Well, honestly, that's an interesting question because technically not that much changed. Some things that did change is some of the players, I guess. I mean, for example, Lucian, who is obviously important. He was technically in our Brawl team before, but he didn't show up to like a single one. He's kind of busy doing his thing, right? Another thing that would change is kind of our like morale and also our training. We did a lot of training for this Brawl, and that I think mattered a lot. Maurice put in a lot more effort to organize our team properly, and he did some good tactics and everything. So that changed. And I don't know, like, I guess everybody got better. That's actually a big one. Especially Ferdinand and Joseph improved like by a lot, right? Armand as well. But right, and they're much better than they were in the last Brawl. So that, I think, made a big impact.
Fantastic. I'm going to ask you a little bit about this training. Have you been doing training against other Brawl teams, or is it a inter-Brawl team training you've been doing?
We've been practicing against a lot of Brawl teams. We practiced against the Baston team, for example, against our Tenoir team. We practiced against, I think, one of the CI teams even, or something. I don't even remember. But we had a lot of practice Brawls against various teams.
So really picking out the big names from this Brawl and choosing to practice against them. Gotta say, hats off to that. Big respect.
And we did pretty well on some of them.
You want to leak any scrim results for us, Mishu?
I mean, when we fought Meg Mob, we had some, like, it was pretty even until some players left and stuff was changing around. But all in all, it was actually pretty even. And they also admitted it was high hopes for us, apparently.
Interesting. So perhaps the Pidgeon Shaggers can go from demotion all the way to challenging for some of these playoff spots in the grand finals in a couple of weeks or months' time.
Hopefully.
Interesting developments. Well, a strong showing today against the Mocassins. Henry, any further questions for Mishu?
I have one last one. Mishu, how does it feel to be in the top 4 of the first league after that win against Maldred's Mocassins?
It feels great compared to last Brawl. High spirits now.
That's the way to go. And actually, I have one last question. Who is the biggest name now that you want to fight, and you are going to say this is going to be a good match?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, us, for example, last Brawl, we didn't do that well, but this time we did well, right? So I think we should just see how things go, right? We'll fight them and then we'll judge afterwards.
That is totally fair. I'm really looking forward to your future matches. I apologize, Vincent.
Oh, no problem. Final question from me here, Mishu. A really strong victory. Was it what you expected out of this match? When you saw the Maldred's Mocassins, were you expecting victory, or were you expecting it to go the full length to 3 sets?
Honestly, I was expecting to win. Like, I can't say. We have a strong team, and it was very tough, but I thought we would win from the start.
Tougher than you expected?
Honestly, yes. It was very close.
Fantastic. Well, Miss Shu, I'm sure you have to go and celebrate with your team now. Plenty of champagne to be drank on this Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us here today.
Well, pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
And maybe get a good rest in between your next brawl too, as you do sound very tired, my Don.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Take care, big dog. Well, Henry, that brings us to the end of our broadcast. What an incredible matchup. I'm going to have to ask you now for a man of the match from both teams.
Oh, man of the match. Well, that is how. I mean, it's easy for me to say for the Pidgeon Shaggers. It is definitely going to be Mishu with all his bookings and back shots, as you would like to say.
Certified back shots.
Indeed. Bringing in Akitani's full potential and a lot of, well, rounds won because of him. But for the Maldred Mocassins, it's going to be hard. I would have said it's going to be Goddard. But because of the amount of team kills, I don't know too much if I want to keep that in my mouth. With Eustache also doing a lot of team kills, so it's hard to say. But what would you say? Who's going to be your man of the match?
Honestly, I'm in general agreement there. I think Mishu was absolutely a standout player for his team. However, honourable mention to Armand, who, when he stepped on the field, did prove to be a difference maker for this Akitani team, leading his team to an absolutely crushing victory in set 3. On the other side, the Maldred's Mocassins, this Mousillon team, I liked what I saw out of Eustache. However, I always feel like Eustache has a little bit more to give. He is an incredibly talented player, and I don't think we've seen the best of him just yet. Goddard as well, as you said, often the last man standing, often dishing out a lot of damage. However, unfortunately, a lot of that damage coming onto his own team there in the form of some lethal purple numbers. Other than that, I've got to say, Albrick stood up well for himself, held his own. Corone in the big leagues against some big names. The Dragon Slayer himself managed to stay alive and even get some pretty crucial victories and kills throughout that process.
Indeed, both of them have been big names right there. Not gonna lie. Oh, I mean, the whole team is looking pretty good. They just have to look out for the team kills and the team damage, because I believe that is what made them fall and what made them lose their match.
Indeed, Bohemond taking notes, or perhaps Mousillon taking too many notes from Baston's McMob team, as it was a team kill disaster class on their part at times. We are just waiting now, ladies and gentlemen, for our production manager Tybalt of Gargadon, I think, to finish up editing and producing the updated league table. So that will be on your screen shortly. Having a look through the chat here, a lot of GGs for the Pidgeon Shaggers, and Moral Support 72 claiming this victory as a big win for the working class. Henry, what do you make of that?
I mean, you can't deny it. I mean, Akitani has been, as I said at the beginning, one of the veteran duchies in here, the first English-speaking duchy that we have. A lot of the members are working hard, and I believe that victory is well deserved for Akitani.
Absolutely. One thing also to mention, a big apology to the chatters from Mousillon today. As Mousillon did not get the victory, Mousillon legend Francis will not be adopting anybody from the Mousillon team. So keep your adoption papers unposted and maybe wait for another Mousillon brawl. Hopefully they can get that one in the bag and you can earn yourself a new father in Francis.
Indeed. But I believe if we want, we can have a quick interview with the faceless Wilbert Le Bastard. That is his nickname. Don't sue me. Welcome, Wilbert, to the casting couch.
Thank you so much.
Tell us, how did your match against McMob go? We have heard it did not go too well on your side.
I mean, it went about as well as expected, right? Baston have some some very, very strong fighters, incredibly strong fighters. It's a shame their personalities aren't up to par.
Well, that's all from Wilbert the Bastard. Moving. No, I jest. I jest. Wilbert.
Except for Vincent. Vincent's cool.
Ah, that's my boy. Wilbert, what went wrong for you guys today? And I have to ask, we didn't get to view, but did you manage to pull out the Archer strat?
Oh, no, not at all. Like, we played on the original Brawl map, the very tiny arena, so there was no shot of trying that out. I think it's more effective if the enemy team is much stronger than you in melee. It gives you more of a wild card, but it's not a chance we had to pull out this time. We didn't expect to win more than a few rounds at most, so I wouldn't say anything really went wrong. It's just a team in another league when it comes to fighting and relations with the same sex.
Okay, we are live on the broadcast, Wilbert. Let's watch that sort of talk. Moving on forwards. Wilbert, you are now, unfortunately, suffering from your second, I believe, defeat.
Yes.
Let's bring up the scoreboard, Wilbert, and we'll have a little look now and see where you stand in the league. The Hairyballs sitting in 6th with 5 points. 1 win gave them 3, and 2 losses gives them an additional 1 point each, making 5. How are you feeling about your position in the league right now?
Haven't had too many brawls. It's not a bad start, is it?
Not at all.
We were never going to beat Baston. I don't think we're going for a win in the brawl overall. We're going for some good fights, right? The Castan loss is regrettable because we were still getting warmed up a bit. I think if we fought Castan at the end of the Brawl season, we probably would have had a better chance. But I think we still have a lot of good fights ahead of us.
Looking down this league table right now, Wilbert, any big names you want to take on in Brawls to come soon?
I'm looking forward to fighting Gascony 1.
Ooh!
La Légion de Vinbeny.
Yes, I have a lot of respect for Pepin on Team 2 and a lot of respect for Hubold on Team 1, so I think it's going to be a good fight regardless of if we win or lose.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Let's have a little bit of analysis on the rest of the league now. Bally Legal and the Avengers of Lacrimore both winning their matches puts them both on 4 wins, 0 losses and 12 points, tied at the top of the table there. Champions of CI have secured another victory for their team, propelling them to 9 points just below our top 2 standard. The Pidgeon Shaggers with their second consecutive victory, sitting pretty on 6 points. And the Castan Skull Crushers on 6 as well, despite only having 1 win. Castan really putting a number of games out there. We have the Hairyballs sitting in 6th now with 5 points as well. And McMob just below them, the team they just lost to, in 7th place with 4. Both Gascony teams sitting 8 and 9 with 3 and 4 points respectively, followed by the Hill Thieves. Not a win for the Hill Thieves yet, 3 losses in total. Maldred's Mocassins sitting on 2 points after 2 consecutive losses, and Corone sitting in the same spot as well, occupying 2 points with 2 losses. The Avalanche the same. The Principality, I believe Principality, I don't know. Toledo, one of the other CI teams, 1 point on the board after their loss today against the champions of CI, tied with the Volsung Berserkers, and only the Dukedom of Castile yet to play a match at all. Henry, you are the Brawl boy, the man of the moment, the dude who put all of this together.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Any surprises on this Brawl table right now?
Yeah, to be deadly honest, yes. The number 4 spot, the Pidgeon Shaggers. Last season, they were about to be relegated, just held their own against the Baston team, the second Baston team, and managed to stay in the first league, and now jumping up to 4th place, 2 matches played, 2 wins, already more than last season with 12 matches. Very surprising indeed. Very surprising indeed. Meg Mob being in 7th place here. I know you are Estonian, but I would take the shots anyways. Still in the middle of the table. I expected them to be a little higher already, but then again, it is the start. Only the start of the season. There we go.
One thing I want to highlight here, Brawl Illegal, this Art Noir team sitting right at the top of the table, 12 points, 4 wins. We know they're a formidable team, but were we expecting them to be this high this early?
Oh, I don't think so. I would have said they would have lost at least one so far, but they are just smashing it right now, training near to daily. Every day when I go onto TeamSpeak, you see the group of them just hanging out, training, practicing the hell out of everything. Like every single weapon. It is really good to see that they are putting so much effort in and actually deserving the #1 spot right now.
Absolutely. We're seeing a lot of the teams here at the top spot are the teams who are trying and training non-stop. Definitely big improvements throughout those teams at the top of the board. Champions of CI now on 3 wins, looking unstoppable in their games. I am hyped for their rounds against the Avengers of Lacrimore, Brawl Illegal, and the likes of Baston. Gonna be some bangers. I believe Champions of CI may be taking on Gascony at some point soon. Perhaps I've made that up completely. But that will also be a bit of a banger. Final stat of the league here before we move on and close out today's stream. I've just received word that out of 55 rounds that Brawl Illegal have played, they have only lost 7 of them. Now that is pretty nutty.
It is indeed. That is indeed. They're just very strong. I mean, it all depends on who they are fought, but in general, they are just a very strong team. I would be scared if I would have to fight them. Thank God I am in the 2nd league.
You and me both, Henry. Not that I've had much time to play. However, we will wrap up this stream for tonight. Henry, thank you for joining me on the casting couch. What a wild ride.
Thank you for inviting me. Oh, yes. Thank you for inviting me very much. One of the best matches so far by a mile.
Absolute banger. And just to answer a question from the chat, BRE Brawl is already a Twitch affiliate. I just need to set up all the stuff like subs and bits and donations. So expect that to happen within the year. Anyway, it has been a pleasure to bring you this action-packed, absolute banger, Pidgeon Shaggers versus Maldred's Mocassins, going to 3 sets, with the Pidgeon Shaggers coming out on top. Join us on Tuesday for our next banging Brawl game. And for us here on the casting couch, good night and take care.
Have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
For God, and you believe it's right to risk your home, your life, to face the evil night. But in the darkest night, when our children are asleep, I think about the family.